Hey guys, Kevin Shaw here, editor-in-chief of Mopar Connection Magazine. We're here with Jim Hannon. Today we are doing a little bit of an update, a little bit of a refresh on our car trailer. You've probably seen it before, hauling Marsha around, hauling Zombie around, hauling the Charger around. I've hauled so many stinking cars with this thing. Had to definitely clean it up a little bit. It's been parked underneath the tree for a couple months, and Tennessee is not very forgiving when it comes to metal and wood. So I had to give a good pass to the pressure washer, doing the old spray can, spray bomb rebuild. And then we're installing an ANVIL 17,000 pound winch because I am sick and tired of using the come along. So we hooked up with the guys at Holley with their ANVIL brand, and we're installing this onto the trailer. Thankfully, it's a pretty easy rebuild, pretty easy install. And the only thing that we don't have on us right now is a little bit of hardware and a separate battery and battery holder, and we'll be adding that on. I think today we're gonna first get this mounted on. We're gonna make some backing plates and just get it supported underneath. So we're gonna take you guys along. We're gonna do a little bit of an update on our trailer. This guy has served us really well, and we're just going to give it a little bit of extra love and get some more years out of it. We're going to use some angle iron. It's going to give us a little bit more rigidity, a little bit more support. And we're just going to cut 2 pieces. And we're going to run these underneath with the hardware. I don't think the hardware is long enough. I think we're going to have to go get some longer bolts. That's not a big deal. They give you these square nuts with a little pocket right here. We absolutely need a deeper bolt, so that's not a big deal. We'll grab 4 of those, and we're gonna have them run through the angles, and we'll have 2 pieces of angle underneath the wood, and that'll give us plenty of structure support. We're gonna put this as far back as we can before we hit the metal, and then we will put the rollers, the guide through on the front, and then we'll be set for that. All right, so let's start marking. In order to get the cable through here, I'm going to take one of the rollers out. So, get our snap ring pliers, and there it is. All right. Thankfully, roller slides right out. And there it is. Get our snap ring back in, give it a good squeeze, and now we got ourselves a nice roller. Let's get our cotter pin, pull that through. There we are. Let's give it a good little tweak. There we are, and there, that's rolled over. Good. Okay, we are mounted and braced underneath here, except for one bolt. I just wanted to show you the difference between what came with the ANVIL winch and what I had to get. Obviously, our application was a little unique, so having to go back and forth to the hardware store and add an extra inch of length to our bolts allowed us to mount through our braces and all the way up into the winch. So we're gonna get this one mounted, tighten it up, torque it down, and then we'll be done mounting the actual winch to the trailer. This took a lot longer than I was expecting just because of the differences in hardware. That's all. All right, we have got our RV deep cycle marine battery. We are not mounted down. This is just sitting here for the time being. Just wanted to make sure that we got everything wired up. I want to make sure everything is happy. So we just got our positive and negative. We have got everything set up here. We have our little supplied trigger from ANVIL. You notice the plug is also keyed right there, so it's going to go right in here. So let's slide it in and let's see how we do. Oh. All right. All right, so we got to do a battery tray. Thankfully, got a nice stout piece of angle. We can zap these off, taper it in, take both sides. We'll hard mount it too from the box to the angle. We'll also mount the box to the wall using some self-tappers, and that will keep the battery from bouncing around, and we should be in good shape. Worst case scenario, I can take a little bit off of here, make a perch, weld it on, and that way that might be a really good little shelf. In fact, I'm probably going to go that way. A little bit more welding than I wanted to do, but that's all right. We'll get this guy all dialed in and we'll have ourselves a really nice stout little tray. Well, as you can see, this little install has escalated quite a bit, but we got all of our battery tray brackets welded in. I didn't really get the penetration I wanted. I just wasn't pulling enough heat to get the penetration, but thankfully this isn't a big load-bearing piece of frame. This is just for the battery tray, so we should be all right. We're waiting for the paint to dry. The paint I'm using is Duplicolor's Rust Barrier Protective Coating. It does not lay down as thick as, say, a Rust-Oleum. It takes a lot of passes to get this stuff to lay even and to get a good coat over untreated, non-primered raw steel. It's okay, but I think I might go back to the Rust-Oleum unless I'm doing something wrong here. But man, not my favorite, especially because I don't want to waste a whole can when a Rust-Oleum will use a couple passes and I'll be done. So this will probably be the last time I use the Duplicolor. But as we wait for paint to dry, we've already got the holes in our battery tray all lined up, and we got our hardware, so we're going to install our battery as soon as this stuff kicks, and we'll be good to go. I'll put this in the truck. Always keep this in the truck. There's also a remote control fob that works with the controller as well. You should put some batteries in that. It works just as well as the trigger. But we gave it a last little coat of paint. Everything turned out really nice. Box is nice and secure. It's not going anywhere. Hard mounted on there. Got perches on both ends. Pressure washed all the planks. Gave the fenders a nice new coat of paint. Went over and reapplied some textured undercoating. This was our nice textured paint that we had here, just because it gets wet and you're not going to be able to get your car up it. So we've had this textured for the last few years and it turns out really good. It works, and it works really well. So yeah, that is our car trailer for now. Really happy with how it turned out. All of our lights work, everything works out great. And now we've got a winch, which means no more come along. Very, very excited for that. Hopefully nothing breaks down anytime soon that will require us to use it. But maybe if we pick up a new project, this will definitely come in handy. So we're gonna end this one here. Guys, thanks again for watching. My name is Kevin Shaw. I'm the editor-in-chief of Mopar Connection Magazine. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, maybe leave a comment, and share it with your friends. It'll definitely help us grow the channel. If you want more awesome Mopar content, please come over to www.Mopar Connection Magazine, where new articles are written and published every day, Monday through Friday, entirely subscription free to you. We'll see you there.